What's on Your Mind is sponsored by ACMC 339.0, New Style Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam.
Is the COVID-19 pandemic affecting your business or your livelihood? Are you struggling to pay your pending and current bills? Then you must listen very carefully. Premium advertising will expose your business to thousands of people instantly by using both digital and terrestrial radio and a wide range of social media platforms to get your business out there and start making money. It is that simple, so don't delay. Contact us to advertise your business on New Style Radio 98.7 FM, www.newstyleradio.co.uk, and all multiple social media platforms. Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to another program in the series of What's on Your Mind. Program is produced by Breakthrough TV, and I am Carl. That's how you doing. It's the first Wednesday. Can you believe it? In September. Isn't the time going so quickly? Got a wonderful program lined up for you once again this week. Don't forget, this is a live stream. And as I say, wonderful program lined up for you. We've got, as you all know, I always look at my stories across the world from my perspective. And then I go into like sports, entertainment. And we also do my rants, my rant is pretty good this week as well. And we was at the the Jamaican 0121 Independence in Aston Park. And we was there for 2 days, and we got a lot of clips we still need to show you. But I think we are in the final stage of these clips that we actually going to show you. And we actually, I say we it's not in no particular order, because what we did also when we was down there, we interviewed a lot of the big artists. But we also interview a lot of people from the community also, and also some local artists also. So all that is coming up this afternoon. So got some DJs, some artists, and some people from our community. So you will actually see that later on in the program. Let me say, don't forget, this is a live stream. And don't forget, as I say before, I must give you the warning, don't forget to share. I want to say a big shout out to all you guys who's been tuning into the program. All you guys in the United States. All you guys in Canada, let me say good afternoon. All you guys in Jamaica, you know, I always say that word, Jamaica. And I say, this is a wonderful program. And let me say a big shout out to all you guys who's going back to school. Yes, you young ones. And big shout out to you. I got to tell you, it's been raining very, very heavy in the UK today, in parts of the UK, and there's been thunderstorm and all that sort of stuff, lightning and thunder and no brimstone, but it's one of the ones. Well, I got to say to you guys now, back to school. Now, do you remember the first time you actually went to school? I actually went to what you call in England a nursery before I actually went to school, way back, and where I was brought up. And I remember the very first time, now this is going to make you laugh. I remember the very first time I was taken to this sort of nursery. We got to call it nursery. We call it little school. Now, that's what we used to call it. And I didn't want to go. And I bawled and I said, Granny, I don't want to go. Because in those days I grew up with my grandmother. I said, Granny, please don't let me go. And I'm hanging to my granny. My granny said, you have to go. And my grandmother said, you have to go on, I'll make you go. So I did go. And guess what? Look at me now. So, as I say, the point I'm getting at, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's a process that you got to go through. And you got to go there and do the best of what you can. And learn the best of what you can. And educate yourself. Because, you know, as they say, education is the key. You know what I mean? And even if you don't sort of get to go to university and all those big degrees that is out there, you can always go and do something else. You can always say, go and learn a skill. I always think, and I said to this many times, if you don't go to university or you don't go to the big sort of colleges or get the big sort of results, you can always train for a good trade. If you have a good trade, you can't go wrong. An electrician, a plumber, a builder, anything like that. You know what I mean? So don't lose hope when you go to school. And if you can't get the big grades, you can get a very skill. And I tell you what, those skills pay very good money. A plumber gets very good money. An electrician gets very good money. I'm talking about the UK now. If you're in construction, you get very good money. You know what I mean? Even if you're in entertainment, in some form of entertainment, you get very good money. So don't lose hope. Yeah? So There you have it. So that is my little bit of education to all you young guys who say, me don't want to go to school. Go to school, you'll be fine. Look at me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the program. If you see a little bit of that, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones because, as I say, this is a live stream. Now, let me move on. Now, it's happy birthday to the one and only Miss Louise Bennett. Miss Louise Bennett, Jamaican poet, Jamaican writer, and Jamaican, you could also Jamaican artist as well, because you could call her an artist. And I say, it's happy birthday today. And she's left us in 2006. But as I say, she would have been 103 today. She was born actually in 1919. Actually, I know somebody in my family who's actually born 1919, exactly. And she always said to me, I was born exactly the same time as Louise Bennett, yeah. No, those two persons are no longer here. So let me say big happy birthday to the wonderful Miss Louise Bennett. As she used to tell us all them Branas's story, them Nancy story, we call it. And I hold up, man. I say, when Brother Nancy go down the street and Brother Nancy sees something and Brother Nancy sees something and all that kind of thing, you know. Miss Louise Bennett, absolutely fantastic lady. And she's up for, people have been talking about she being the national hero of Jamaica. Also, you know what I mean, there's a couple of people they're talking about as well, but they're talking also about Bob Marley. But it'd be good if Miss Louise Bennett becomes the national hero of Jamaica. And also, the one and only Mr. Bob Marley. Yes. Don't forget to set to live. Share, like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, let me move on. Now, Canada police said on Monday, one of the suspects they're actually looking for has killed 10 people and 15 wounded. And they've actually found one of the suspects. He is dead. And they reckon he caused self-inflicted on himself. And they said the other brother is actually still on the run. And they haven't found him as yet. So, and they say that is like a very, very serious thing in Canada. I've never known things like that happen in Canada. And of course, things like that happen all over the world. But when you hear it's coming from places like Canada and that sort of thing, it's like it's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah. Also, let me move on. Now, what we've had is the UK, a new Prime Minister. Finally, we've had another Prime Minister. Now, how many Prime Ministers have we got in the last couple of years? I can remember we had David Cameron, but he was in coalition with the Liberals, and then he went on his own, right? So we had one. Then we had Theresa May. Yeah, was it Theresa May? Yes, Theresa May. Then we have Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson has actually gone off on his rockets. That's what he says. I don't know where his rocket's going to run, but he's gone off on his rockets. And then we've got the wonderful Liz Truss. Now, Liz Truss is in a big thing because we have people like we got a crisis in the NHS, let me say that. We've got our energy bill crisis. We've had food problems. You know what I mean? Everything is sort of going up. So she is in deep, big time. Now, I see something very, very interesting today. And this was in the Mirror, the Mirror newspaper. And I got to say, the Conservatives have been in power for, I think they've been in power for about since 2010. Yes. Now, and I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying as it is. That's history there. Now, I've seen something, as I say, I see something in one of the papers, the Mirror. The Mirror says, you break it. You break the country. Talking about the Conservative Party. You break the country. Now you fix it. And I thought, when I see that, I could have died. I was walking in my local shop. And when I see that on the headlines, I thought, man, I got to use it. You know what I mean? You break it, now you fix it. And that is a good point. And we have also has like what we call a new chancellor. And the new chancellor is actually the first British African to hold that top job. And it's actually marvelous, you know what I mean? It's actually marvelous. Kwesi Kwarteng, yeah, his name is hard to produce, but I say Kwesi Kwarteng is now the new chancellor. And he actually, his parents actually came from Ghana many years ago. He was brought up in London, so it's good to see that, you know what I mean? So, and it's only the other day I was saying, like, you know what I mean? You see how things can change in politics. It's only the other day I said, well, I don't see any people of our African Caribbean, our British African Caribbean, our African getting into that sort of position or that big job. So we've got one now. So don't forget, as I say, to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Now, let me go to the United States. We shouldn't be living like this. Residents in Forest Hill, Jackson, Mississippi. We have to boil our water. And then when we boil our water, we can't use it. And comes on the back of mismanagement and that bad infrastructure. Yes. And even if we boil with water, we can't use it. Our water, my apologies. Even if we boil our water, we can't use it. And the residents, as I say, told some of the newspaper over there, we have to also shower with our mouth closed. And this has been going on for a while in the United States, you know what I mean? And they say, not in the United States, in sort of what you call the sort of poor parts of Mississippi. And as I say, they're actually struggling to have decent water, you know what I mean? So this is one of the biggest countries in the world. And they're having such a big water shortage problem. Yeah. Still moving on and talking about water. Now, Pakistan is still suffering from that big flood. Leave thousands homeless. I think about 1,500 people has died. It has caused devastation. And the devastation is actually being referred to as climate change. One lady has actually said, my little boy, he has no choice except to resort in eating mud. Very, very serious thing that is. And we hope something can be done very, very soon in Pakistan. And I've also seen one of the residents who actually got trapped in the flood. And they said we're not getting as much help as we should do or as we need. So we hope a lot of you guys can help those people and make things a lot better for them. Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I want to say a big shout out to all you guys on Facebook. Now, Sandy Bugle, a former Google Box lady who actually appeared in the program, and her nephew has been stabbed, murdered, and she's in a statement. She says she is still angry that the fact that her nephew murder has not been solved. And this comes as details of hundreds of unsolved murder in our capital, London, also manslaughter. And this has come to light. And she says she's disgusted and angry that nobody is actually being fined or being catch. Yes, put it in simple terms, or being caught for all this murder that is happening, and nobody's paying for it. The crime is not being solved. That's what she says. Yeah. And when you see things like that, you just think, my days, you know what I mean? And if it's happened to your family, you just think, how we deal with this. Yeah. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, let me go to Jamaica. Now, a barber who's chased and shot a man in Hanover. Yes. He also had illegal guns. And he says he's been arrested. Had a lot of firearms as well. Now, Richard Reed, also known as Junior, he's got a lot of different surnames. That's nicknames. Junior, Power Run, call yourself Power Run. And Elvis, see, this is, I mean, I got a lot of different names, but I don't do anything. I just do what I do, you know what I mean? And all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? He's known as, so that's why they take so long to find him, because you got so much name. Junior, Elvis, Power Run. I like that one, I got to say. That could absolutely be the name of a group, but it's a serious thing I'm talking about. So, as I say, he's been abducted in Newtown, Hanover, Jamaica. Yes. As I say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, the head of the police in Manchester, Shane McCallan, he's appealing for help to locate a man in Mandeville. And the man put on video on Monday that he's going to abduct, and he has a threat. And in a 55-second TikTok video, the man is saying, I will take all your girls, all your children. I will be driving around and taking all women and all girls. And as I say, the police has made an appeal to catch this man. I don't know if we got a clip we can actually come up with and show you what is actually happening here, which is actually sort of really disgusting, you know what I mean? And it's this sort of thing is not nice, yeah? Not nice.
I will be taking all girl kids. I will be driving around and I will be taking your child. I will be taking all women and all girls because we need them for an experiment. The devil needs them for an experiment. Lucifer needs you. You women are to be on his mission. We must not disappoint Lucifer. He is our savior, our king. We must not disappoint him. We must make him strong. Support him or perish.
There's, as I said,
Good night,
the
everyone.
police is making an appeal.
I am
I hope that find-
Superintendent McCullough, Commanding Officer for the Manchester Police Division. I am asking for the public's assistance in identifying this young man in this video that has been making the rounds and has gone viral on social media, threatening to abduct and harm both children and females. Anybody with any information as it relates to his identity or his whereabouts can contact the Mandeville Police at 962-2250. That is 962-2250, or police 119 emergency number.
As I said, there you have it. We hope they catch that. We can only call a nutter. That's all. That's all you can say about him. You know what I mean? We hope that he's caught, and because all that threat he made, you know what I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. And I don't know what he's on. I don't know what he's up to. Nobody knows. You know what I mean? And they don't know if he's mentally ill or some crazy thing like that. But as I say, we hope they catch him soon. As I say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. I don't want to say big shout out to you, Hector. How you doing? And also big shout out to all you guys who's actually shown into the program, wherever you are in the world. You know what I mean? Girline, how you doing? Big shout out to you. The Bailey family, big shout out to you. You know what I mean? My good friends up there in part of Canada. Also, the Macard family, let me say big shout out to you. You know what I mean? Thank you for tuning into the program. Birmingham, how you doing? The UK, let me say big shout out to all you guys who actually tune into the program. And if it's your birthday, let me say happy birthday. Yeah. Now let me move on to my next story. Now, this is in America, Alabama. Now, an African-American pastor, name is Pastor Jennings, and he was actually arrested for watering his neighbor's lawn or watering his neighbor's flowers, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, Pastor Jennings actually said he's been racially profiled. Now, his neighbor, a very nice man, was going away, and he asked his neighbor asked him to water the lawn and water the garden. So he was doing this, and some police officer, a neighbor, a Caucasian neighbor, phoned the police and said there was something suspicious going on here. Yes. How can he be suspicious watering the lawn? They called him. They come and they arrested him. Arrested him for what? And he was determined to say, listen, I wasn't doing anything. And there's video footage of this, which we're going to show a little bit later, because this isn't part of my rant, because I'm going to rant about this later on, you know what I mean? So it's like one of those disgusting story again, and I say he felt he was racially profiled, you know what I mean, in that sort of situation. And we see this sort of thing in America. I'm going to say as well, friend, before I go into my rant, he is very lucky, and this is not a funny thing, but he's very lucky he wasn't shot, because we see this all the time in America. We see this with car drivers, even when they haven't committed any serious crime. We see so many times. So he's probably very, very lucky as a pastor that he didn't get shot. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Now, let me look at sports. Read sports. The program is going very quick today as well. Now, Jamaican international Leon Bailey, he actually scored. In fact, he scored on making an equalizer, because Aston Villa was actually playing Man City on Saturday. And as I say, he scored the equalizer because in the Premier League. And we say big shout out to that. So Aston Villa and Man City was actually 1-1. And it's good to see that, you know what I mean? So Because I got some very, very good friends who support Aston Villa, you know what I mean? So I know that was very, very happy for them. And it was at Villa Park. And Villa Park is not too far from this studio. It's far enough, but it's not that far, you know what I mean? So big shout out to you, Leon Bailey. Maximum respect, sir. Now, moving on. Sports again. Now, what I call the golden lady. There has never been anybody like this lady. Fantastic. Now, Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Tiger Woods, all paid what we call homage, I say, honored, and say big, big shout out to Serena Williams. Serena Williams is actually stepping down, you know what I mean? So we say big, big shout out to her. And it was absolutely marvelous. She has influenced so many people over the years. So many people of color, not just people of color, but I gotta say this because so many young girls of color she has influenced. There has never been anyone like Serena Williams. And over the years she's had her nasty critics. But we know why that is, yes? Because nobody could get her for years. When she was at Wimbledon, nobody could touch her. When she comes to the UK and playing at Wimbledon, nobody could touch her. I want to say a big shout out to her sister as well, because Venus. And Serena Williams has said, if it wasn't for Venus, she wouldn't be who she is. So we say a big, big shout out to her. We got a clip somewhere that we're going to try and show you, yeah? And I would say that will be coming up very, very soon. And I want to say, Serena has been absolutely marvelous over the years. And I say, and she's such a powerful lady, fantastic, you know what I mean? Absolutely marvelous. And she does great work as well outside of tennis, you know what I mean? And she has been such a marvelous, well-known figure in the world of tennis. And it's going to take some time before we actually see somebody else like her. And so she has been a great athlete for the sports and of what we call the game. And as I say, it influenced so many people over the years. She has influenced so many people over the years, you know what I mean? And as I say, it's absolutely marvelous. And sometimes I know she was in the US Open. And we sort of think, could she carry on? You know what I mean? Could she carry on? But she has been there for such a long, long time, you know what I mean? And they say, I got to do this, because we always do this when somebody's so great decides to bow her. But we don't know where she's going to do next, because I know she's going to still do different things, you know what I mean? She might say, okay, I'm going to have a break, and then I may come back in the next couple of years. I may have a little break now, and I may come back in, 18 months, 2 years. That's all possible, but you never know. And I think possibly she's going to sort of concentrate on her wonderful family, you know what I mean? And I say, there's not, I'll repeat myself again, there hasn't been anyone like Serena Williams. And for people of color, it is good to see that. And she has been a marvelous influence. So we say do this. Marvelous. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Yeah. Marvelous. Marvelous. Now, we move on to, wow. Last Friday, the news comes up that drummer and singer from Aswad, Drummy Zeb, has died at the age of 62. We say big condolence to his family and fans across the world. Now, I gotta say, we actually was backstage at Simmer Down in Hansworth Park last year, and we actually saw Dummy Zeb. He was just getting on stage. Also talked to Tony Gadd, and we saw him there, and we waved, like, you know what I mean. Never had a chance to talk to him because he was rushing on stage. We tried to get an interview, but he was rushing on stage. But we did actually talk to Tony Gadd, and Tony Gadd, as I say, is the bass player from Aswad. And I say, it was such a sad thing to see when we heard the news last Friday that he had passed. And I say, such a young age, you know what I mean? I got to remember, I actually saw Aswad a couple of times. I saw Aswad, as I said, the last time we saw Aswad was last year at the Simmer Down Festival in Hansworth Park. I also saw Aswad when it moves and become the Birmingham Festival. The Birmingham Carnival in Perry Bar Park. So Aswad there as well. So those are the two times I actually saw them. But before that, many years ago, I saw them as well. One of the places I actually came regular in Birmingham was, now this is showing some side of where I'm at, was the legendary Bingley Hall, where the Bingley Hall sits now. Aswad, and a lot of you groups used to actually play there. You know what I mean? It's where the convention center in town sits now. Aswad used to come to what we call the Bingley Hall and play there quite a lot. You know what I mean? Drummy was a regular visit to Birmingham, and that is so sad to see, you know what I mean, he's left us. Yeah. And we say big condolence to his family. Yeah. So sad about that. Yeah. Now, moving on. James Bond actress Lashana Lynch. Lashana Lynch has been cast as Rita Marley in the Bob Marley biopic. And it's actually, the Bob Marley film, I should say. And that is actually coming up, the up and coming film. And this lady has actually been around quite a bit. She's been in No Time to Die, the James Bond movie. So it's good to see she's in this playing Rita Marley. And she actually was born in West London to Jamaican parents. So I know a lot of us will be looking out for that movie and see what Bob Marley is gonna do in that film. But you know those films, eh? I mean, it has to be good, you know what I mean? So it will be actually marvelous. And I know there's gonna be some big reggae tunes in there like Bob Marley does. There has to be some big tunes in there. I mean, so that is, and I also think that film's gonna take a lot of work. Definitely. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a lot of work. The life of Bob Marley, absolutely marvelous. Don't forget, as I said, to like, share, and subscribe to the program. Big shout out to all you guys who's actually on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. Now, moving on. Caribbean Heritage is being highlighted on a London-produced album, gospel album, actually, heritage album, and by the way of actually Jamaican songbird, Shevlin Franklin. So that is actually, and you know Shevlin is now a gospel artist, which is marvelous. Yes. And her new single is also on the streets. The single we've been waiting for the single for a long time. Well, the single is actually out. And the single is actually called Testify. Yes, and that is out. So we say big shout out to Shevlin for getting on that fantastic album. Can't wait to see that, you know what I mean? Because I do love regardless of me, I do love my gospel music. So it is one of those things. When you got the gospel in you can't get it out of your system. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, the former president of the United States, Barack Obama, has won an Emmy for his work on Netflix documentary series. And it's called Our Great National Park. So Barack is actually doing something very, very constructive and doing what he does. Marvelous. And he seems to settle back in normal life, not being the president, unlike the former president. I gotta say, while I'm talking president, the former president is in a lot of trouble. But some people are saying, some people are, not me. I'm just quoting what I've seen in different papers and from different American news network. Some people say, it seems it's getting to be a stage where he is above the law. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. We'll have to watch that one because there's a lot of stuff going on there. And I know the president had, the current president had a big thing to say about what is going on with Donald Trump. Yeah. Yeah. Big shout out to you, Barack Obama. Massive respect. Now, I've reached my rant. My rant is about the Pastor Jennings. Now, he thinks it's because he has been racially profiled. Now, I got to ask you, your neighbor asks you to water the plants in your garden or water the flowers. And all of a sudden, you see another neighbor in the neighborhood call the police and say you're acting suspiciously. Now, I got to ask you, you will never see anybody who is a criminal watering a garden, would you? He was there watering the common sense. Most of the time I deal with common sense. He was there watering the garden. Now, if you're a criminal, you're not going to be watering the garden, are you? It's not funny. I'm just going the common sense way. And I said, these police officers, as I said, seems to be in the racial profiling thing. Now, if this was a Caucasian person, they would never have dared done that, would they? But because this is a pastor, and they didn't know he was a pastor, and they asked him to identify himself. And he says, listen, I am a pastor, and I'm watering this lawn for my neighborhood, yeah? And they arrested him, stick him in a car, and drug him away. Let's have a look at this if we can get this up, yeah? As I say, we got a clip we're gonna actually want to show you about the whole incident that actually took place. And I say that clip is coming very soon now. So let's see if I can get it. But I said this seems to keep happening. And I said to you earlier before, if he was he was very, very lucky he wasn't shot. This is what you call race, is what is going on in America, yeah? And I hope we can actually get this clip up now and see what is going on.
It's a warm late spring evening in the small Alabama town of Childersburg. Police are responding to a 911 call from a neighbor reporting she sees a young black male in a car she doesn't recognize at her neighbor's home, who she knows are away. We're watching the police body cam footage. What officers find is a man holding a garden hose, watering flowers.
What you doing here, man?
Water flower.
All right, they saying that, is that your vehicle?
No,
It's not?
that's the neighbor's vehicle.
The neighbors?
314, I'll be on 13.
Okay.
Yeah,
You live here?
no, I don't live here.
Okay. They saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be
Who's
here.
saying that?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
The scene quickly escalates when police demand 56-year-old Michael Jennings, a pastor of 31 years, provide some identification.
Okay.
Look, man, don't do this to me. There's a suspicious person in the yard, and if you're not one to identify yourself.
I don't have to identify myself.
Jennings, who at one time had trained to be a police officer and has already told police his name, his occupation, and where he lives, refuses.
Man,
He
I
don't
get
live
one neighbor problem. You think
I'm not
doing
saying
something
nothing
illegal.
about.
You have no right to approach me if I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong.
Moments later, when Jennings attempts to use his cell phone, he's placed in handcuffs.
Who called y'all?
We,
I don't have to ID myself.
you will not listen.
I have a call on you. You have to identify yourself to me.
As Jennings continues to protest, the lead officer appears to lose patience, and the helpful neighbor is arrested, not even allowed to tell his wife across the street.
Hey, you know what? 10-15. 10-15. 10-15. I ain't gonna sit there and have that, dude. No, you ain't letting nothing now.
Despite the officer calling him Pastor Jennings, he tells his colleagues Jennings refused to identify himself.
We're here to investigate a call, and he wouldn't give us his name or any other thing. Yeah, we told him he was trying to call the owner, but still, I need his name. You know, we gotta have his name.
Jennings is charged with obstructing government operations.
Pastor Jennings was in your yard when the police showed up on the scene, is that right?
That's right.
Roy Milam says Jennings has always been a great neighbor, so naturally they asked him to look after their home when they went on vacation.
So yeah, we were upset about it. It was upsetting to know that we asked him to come out here and he got arrested for that.
Harry Daniels is Jennings' attorney.
He was under no obligation under the law in the state of Alabama to give his ID, nor did he have any other obligation to identify himself.
In a recent interview with Good Morning America, Jennings said he feared for his life.
I was thinking if I did something wrong or resisted, that I could have been shot. So I was trying to cooperate, even though I didn't understand what was going on. I was agitated, I was angry, but I knew to comply.
In the police body cam footage, police speak to the woman who made the original 911 call. Now recognizing the pastor, she tells the officers it's all a mistake.
Yeah, he lives right there, and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault.
Okay.
According to one of the officers, the woman also declines to identify herself, but Jennings is the only one who goes to jail, even after Jennings' wife shows up with her husband's ID. 10 days later, after reviewing the 911 call, the body camera footage, and speaking with the officers, the chief of the Childersburg Police Department issued this statement saying, "As a result of my investigation, I have recommended to the municipal judge of the city of Childersburg that the warrant be dismissed."
You have no doubt in your mind this was racial profiling on the part of the officers.
Well, I think you look at the video, the evidence is clear that they believe, what's the difference between Pastor Jennings and the neighbor beside a man and woman, black and white, and they believe her.
The attorney for Michael Jennings says that his client doesn't hold any ill will against the woman who called police. After all, he says she was only doing what he was doing, looking out for a neighbor's home. But that same attorney says that Jennings will be filing a lawsuit against the Childersburg police.
Wow. You see what happens there. Now, the lady said she made a mistake, right? Now, she could have been easily made a mistake and Jennings got shot. Now, police are stupid. Yeah. They need to refrain from these racist tactics because that's what it is. You know what I mean? And they say, when the lady there, she never give her ID. They never arrest her, did they? Yeah. And it's one of these things we actually see, and I'm not having to go at United States, but we see this sort of thing so many times in the United States. And come on, this is America. What is going on? What is going on? Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the program. And I say you see all this thing happen so many different times over the years, you know what I mean? And you just wonder. And I say, maybe, as I say, not maybe, but the police needs to be retrained. You know what I mean? And what you call, as I say, stop being so damn racist. Yeah? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, I want to move on. Because now, I'm going to come to something that sort of, let me start. Now, I'm coming to Carnival. Now, we've had Carnival in London, the Notting Hill Carnival. We've also had the Carnival in Leeds. Now, we used to have a carnival in Hansard Park in Birmingham. I think it sometime in the 80s. And then, originally, we used to have it on the main Soho Road. And there used to be a lot of stalls on the main Soho Road. And then they decided to sort of move it into the park, right? And then move into Hansard Park. And we all used to go down there and have a great time and fantastic time. And then it was Hansard Carnival, then it became the Birmingham Carnival, yes? Which was nothing wrong with that. Now, what I have actually noticed in some social media places I've been looking at, now, so we've lost the Birmingham Carnival. What is the Birmingham Carnival? And I've been looking at a couple of things. Now, a lot of people on social media have been saying, oh, what's happened to the carnival? We don't have a carnival. We don't have a carnival in Birmingham. Where is it gone? You got a good point. And then, what they start saying, which sort of like just let me want to say something here, but I'm not going to say that. Then they start saying, oh, other groups can celebrate, and we can't celebrate. Nobody's stopping you from celebrating. And then what really gets my back up, right? They say, oh, this is people from what we call descendants from the Caribbean. Oh, we've also had the Jamaican independence celebration. Now that just cheesed me off. Now, a lot of people from the Caribbean take part in the Jamaican independence celebration. And the wonderful, I call him wonderful, he says he's not wonderful, but the wonderful Dean Alexander, over the years, has fought, right, to get that where it is, yes? And even when it was moved from Victoria Square to Aston Park this year because of the of what was happening with the celebration of the Commonwealth Games, he still persists, right? And what he did, he get a group together. He get involved with all different people from who could actually help him to put that where it is because it was moving from the city center. Now, what cheeses me off, right? Now, when the carnival actually moved from Hansard Park, or they stopped, right? We stopped. It doesn't happen anymore. When it's actually stopped, a lot of people was talking about funding, and it wasn't getting any funding. And even those in power who actually approve it was saying, well, it's because of funding. I don't know the exact reason, but these are some of the things that come out. It's because of funding, and it was getting too big, right? Now, this is the point I want to hit you with. Now, let's talk about funding. So those of you who are moaning, right, what I suggest you do is have a couple of sponsors, yes? Put on a couple of things, right? to raise some money and put it in a pot, and all of you give like £5 or £10, which is nothing. You can't even buy a decent meal in London for £10. And put it in a pot, and then you say, and then you say, because if the council have got any money to do this, we're going to put it in a pot, and then we'll take it to the council, and we'll say, bang, this is what we've got. And we want to have Handsworth or Birmingham Carnival. And I'm sure a lot of you would put into that. Instead of sitting there and moaning about this. And the other thing you need to do as well, a lot of you need to get together and put more pressure on those people in charge, so you can have a carnival if you want to have a carnival. But no, don't do that. You just let it off in the mouth and say, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? But you have to come together as a collective and put some money together. Forget about the funding. Forget about who's getting different funding. And not that only going to say, oh, we should be getting funding. Forget about that. We want to come together as an organization. Because there's a lot of what they would change in our pockets. Come together as an organization, and we can help to get the carnival back. If you are so passionate about it, do something for it. What can you do for it instead of waiting for other people to do something, or instead of waiting for funding? A lot of different groups get funding, but I'm not talking about different groups who get funding now. We don't have to be prepared to come together. The main thing, we don't have to be prepared to come together and work together and put the whole thing together. Then you say, listen, we're gonna have different runs, we're gonna have different bike rides, we're gonna have different situations where we can get some money. And because if the council are saying we can't fund it, we don't have to fund it on ourselves, and that is the easiest way. Yes? Instead of moaning and groaning about, where's the carnival gone? Where's the carnival gone? So those of you who sit on the fat backside and talk about, oh, we've lost the carnival, we've lost the carnival. But you just sit on the fat backside and do nothing about it. Common sense I actually deal with. And that is the common sense way. No, a lot of people are not going to like what I have to say. But think about it. If you can come together as a collective, put some money in a pot. Listen, all you have to do, different organization. And if you don't trust anybody, because I know a lot of them don't trust people, all somebody has to do is open a bank account and let the money goes into the bank account. Somebody who's trustworthy, and let the money goes into a bank account. And the money can stay there. And you say, a lot of you go to the council and say, boop, this is what we've got. And we want to have it. The Notting Hill Carnival still goes on. Yeah. The Bristol Carnival still goes on. The Leeds Carnival still goes on. So I want to just sit there and say, oh, what's happened to the carnival? And we'll make all kind of criticism. Oh, this have it and that have it. This is allowed to celebrate. That group is allowed to celebrate. The Jamaican is allowed to have their independence celebration. But as I say, Dean Alexander had to fight to keep that going. He has to fight for when they take it out of Victoria Street this year because of the Commonwealth Games, to put it in Aston Park. And we interviewed that brother, you know what I mean? And he was very humble, and he would tell us the stress or the fight he has to go through to put an operation like that together after it could be happening in the city centre. These are the things you need to step up and do. Work as a collective, work as a community. Instead I want to go there and grudge these people for that, I want to grudge that people for that, I want to run up on them out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It cheeses me off. Moving on. Now the laugh comes in. I know. You see what I'm saying though? It is common sense, doesn't it? The laugh comes in. As I say, we was down back. Look, did I just mention Jamaican independence? we was in Aston Park for like 2 days, you know what I mean? And this is where we want to show you some more wonderful artists and some more clips of actually what happens in Handsworth. I keep saying Handsworth. At one time I actually lived there to Handsworth, that we actually been talking about. Don't live there anymore, but at one occasion Handsworth is like home to me. It was the first place I actually resident when I actually come to the UK, you know what I mean? So and as I say, I saw many carnivals in Handsworth Park, you know. So as I say, it's one of those ones, you know what I mean? As I say, we was at Aston Park and for 2 days, and we're gonna show you a couple of clips that we actually had, the last of the series of clips that we actually had at the 0121 Jamaican Independence Celebration. And as I say, we had a lot of local artists that were taking part, you know what I mean? And we actually interviewed quite a few people. It wasn't just about the artists, because it's good to do that. We interview people from the community, and it's good to do that, you know what I mean? We don't ignore the community, we never do, because the community is what sort of, you know what I mean, support us, and we love that, you know what I mean? We say a big thanks to all you guys who actually support us, so we love that. And so we was there for 2 days. We talked to And you can actually go back and watch some of the programs we actually talked to. We actually talked to My Days. We talked to so many different artists down there, you know what I mean, which is actually marvelous. We talked to Yellow Man. If you see, I'm having a conversation with the great Yellow Man, who's actually fantastic. Pretty Big Shit McGregor. You can go back to about program 65, week 65, 66, 67, 68, you know what I mean, 69, 70, we are on week 71. You can go all back to those programs, and all you got to type in the week, Breakthrough TV, type in the week, and you catch those programs. Catch me having a great interview, as I say, with Freddie McGregor, lot of artists, Omar, you know what I mean, Dawn Penn, the legendary Dawn Penn, also a whole lot of artists, you know what I mean, all local artists, Brother Lighty, you know what I mean, and even this artist who's actually coming up on stage as well had a wonderful chat with us, say a lot of them, and it was actually marvelous. And we say big shout out to all you guys who actually take the time to talk to Breakthrough TV, and a lot of the artists. What was good about that? What was actually fantastic about it? Is a lot of the artists that was there, they never shook you off. And I wouldn't say that if they did, because I'm like that, I'm honest like that. They never shook you off. They was actually happy to talk to us, you know what I mean? And they were so humble, and they were so down to earth, you know, you get some artists, me not talk to you, you blah, 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 you know what I mean? Me not talk to you because you're not as big as what you should be. No, we never have that, because it's a big plate. You got to imagine, it's a big plate, you know what I mean? So it was actually good for all those artists, you know what I mean, to have a very, very good chat with us. And we say thank you guys, massive respect. And I'm super hoping that we can say go to a couple of clips, you know what I mean, and see some of the final artists that we actually chat to down here. And this is not in any specific order. It's not in any specific day, you know what I mean. And once again, we say big thanks to all the people that was down here who actually supported us. Yeah, let's try it. It's a mountain, it's a mountain. It's a mountain, it's a mountain. It's a north, it's a south, it's a east, it's a west. It's a mountain. We are the common people in a burning land. The world are the people in a burning land. Every different culture comes from burning land. We stand and fight for our rights in a burning land. Yeah. It's a mountain, it's a mountain. It's a mountain, it's a mountain. Hashtag 0121 is a place everywhere. Champion, what is it? It's a mountain, it's a mountain. It's a mountain, it's a mountain. North, it's a south, it's a east, it's a west. It's a mountain. Magic golden and Chamberlain left the legacy for Ireland. From Sierra Milk comes Duncan, Middle Earth, Lord of the Rain. Again.
Hello, big up with that again, you know.
Mikey Tough.
How you mean? Big up, my brother, big up.
You just come off?
Yeah, man, we just step
off. Again.
How you mean? Can't stop for no. It's good that to do that, because we just document everything. You see?
Yes.
So all who see it live, can see it on the video.
Yes.
What you mean?
So you do so. I just watch you mashing up the place.
Yeah, man, you know the tune are going, you know.
The tune are good, yes.
The tune are going, so people have pick up the tune now. So, you know, we just spread the love, and like we always say, it's a Brum thing, you know. Yeah. So that's what we say. So
how's the day for you?
Good. So far, yeah, it's kind of busy, because we have another appearance in town. Okay. And then I'm at Victoria Square later on as well. So
all right, it's a busy day. You're back here tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely here tomorrow, doing a proper sound system set. So when you can come really see the full set tomorrow. Is it? So
Mikey.
No respect.
We die again.
Oh, you mean? Big up. Everybody, up and running. You know what we say? It's a one love thing. We say boom bang. It's a hashtag Brum thing.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Mikey Tough there. Wait. Just coming off stage. It's a Brum thing. It's getting very, very busy around here. I'm Carl with Breakthrough TV. And Lucas, are you from the
Friendly Fire
Band?
Yeah, man.
And I see the black.
How we do the Brum thing?
I know you do the Brum thing. And I see you got the black, gold, and green.
Well, I haven't actually. Oh yes.
You know what is you got it on?
Yeah, man.
I was playing that song yesterday.
Yeah, right. You like it?
I like it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely wonderful.
So how you doing?
I'm not too bad, to be fair. It's a lovely day.
It is a lovely day.
The music's nice, so I've had a little bit of food, so I'm fine.
Well, you could have bring me some. You know what I mean? I haven't eaten some.
You know what I mean? But I saw it go, Bridget. Yeah. But I've seen you earlier, maybe, yeah?
So I know you've been with Friendly Fire Friendly Fire Band for quite some time.
Yeah, man.
And I'll speak to Mikey Tough earlier on. So tell me again, where can we find your music?
Well, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on all the downloads facilities that you see, me a old head, you know. Here it all come out of the arse's mouth now. Yeah? I'm an old head, yeah? When it comes to those things, I leave it up to the youngsters.
Okay.
Yeah? They get on with that. All I do is make sure that I can write a decent song and create a decent rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
So, let me ask you, I know this is a $64 million question. Who are some of your major influences in music?
Oh, my Lord.
Well, I thought it was a $64 million question.
Well, the major one for reggae music is obviously, it's got to be Bob.
Okay.
You know, have you got some, power still going on there?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah, it's got to be Bob. But, you know, look, I grew up in England. You can you tell by the way I'm speaking?
So you was born in England?
No, I was not.
Where was you born?
I was born in Jamaica.
Whereabouts in Jamaica?
Maxfield, Westmoreland, right beside, what do you call it? Savannah-la-Mar, right?
Savannah-la-Mar, yes.
Savannah-la-Mar.
Savannah-la-Mar, yes. I can't even say it. I come from Clarendon.
Yeah, that's it, just round the corner. Round the corner, Bridget.
I know. Yeah. Big up Clarendon.
You know, big up Maxfield. Big up Sav. Big up Jamaica.
Big up Jamaica.
To the end.
You've just come off stage with Mikey Tough.
Yeah.
What is the name of your band, sir?
Band
what is your name?
Friendly Fire. I am not.
Oh, you're part of Friendly Fire Band?
Yeah, I'm part of. I was one of the. A long time in a Friendly Fire Band.
Okay, yeah. I thought I'd recognize you. But just turn that way for me, sir. Yeah. We're recording you. So you've been with Friendly Fire a long time?
Yeah, man.
How you find this here today?
Well, it's beautiful, you know, because a lot of black people get together. And them say we're independent. But I want to make one vibe. We're not independent because, brethren, the Queen, somebody who's independent can do anything. The Queen gives us our laws and our what to do. So as for me, we've got a bit of freedom. I don't want to disrespect anybody. It's an illusion to think about that we're independent. Listen, in 1973, my brother outside, I walk into Tough Gong studio. Bob Marley go, "Why your name?" I say, "My name Tamlin Taylor." I say, "Why your name? What you do?" I say, "Music." I say, "Why your name? What your band called?" I say, "Natural Mystic." Me.
Okay.
Yeah? Me and Tosh are cousins, so probably the thing say, something go on, me come as Tosh, but it's my brother friend.
Yeah.
Cousin Chinese, cousin named Maris Young. I'm in America right now, me can phone him. My brother the America still. So when me inspire Bob Marley, him sing there's a natural mystic blowing. When him come about Bingley all this one, him say you come round, but something never go around there.
Yeah.
So me and Bob did do a lot of things, and we won't talk. But I mean him natural mystic, so all the people out there. My mother, which was called the Belle of Westmoreland, her name was Ursuline Taylor. They waited for her to sing with Dinah Warwick for 4 years, but she was a Christian. So she called her cousin Millie Small. I said, "Millie, them Christian here bug me, go and go sing." And Millie had two first cousin, my boy Lollipop. That's my mom, choir. My grandfather was called Robert Harton. He had one of the greatest choir from Jamaica that ever went abroad from Brazil all around. So my mom taught me music from when I was in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I was a choir boy. I played drums, I played flute. I had a band called Natural Mystic and we were supposed to go on tour with UB40, but they used Simple Red instead. So I've always been here and trying to work this. I don't think I could do anything else. If I didn't do this, I think I would be a gangster. I think I would be really to the way that I see the racism going on and the covert racism undertone. I think, but God has helped me, our Jah, our the great mother and father, so I do music because that was a way of me protesting and telling them about. We start 100 Festival. Ask Black Symbolic on them on there.
I don't Black Symbolic.
Yeah, well ask Black Symbol, a natural mystic. So when people all over the world are talking about them take one name and make natural mystic, and me, Tamlin Thomas Taylor, yeah? Name natural mystic, yeah? Peter Tosh, my cousin, and my mother said, "Millie Small, go sing." So I come bust it from my mom, we're dead. And for the world and for all the black people, them will suffer in all of the lands. If I had money, I would give you wells, waters, that's what I would do. And the guns in Jamaica, it's not good because we don't have a gun factory. God bless you all. I'm natural mystic, the real one.
Thank you very much, sir. And that is a fantastic bit of history you just told us.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely marvelous.
Yeah.
Blessings.
But there's enough more, but more didn't tell you.
We'll talk.
Because my great-great-grandmother came on the last slave ship from Brazil to Jamaica. Her name was Anna Kambubu. She lived to be 112. She taught my mom African like, Yafuria, Yafuria, run away from your children, your fatherless children. Don't make no noise to make them sleeping. So make Mr. Maroon.
Thank you, sir.
Country of Jamaica.
Respect.
Bless Jamaica, all black people all over the globe. Love ya. Real. Mama, Daddy, wanna gone. But thank you. Creator, thank you. Love my brother.
Thank you, sir. Cheers. Thank you. Respect. Thank you. Fantastic interview there with that wonderful man telling us a little bit of history, and sometimes it's good to go learn those knowledge, and no matter where we are or where we go, we always turn up some fantastic knowledge and some fantastic history. Absolutely marvelous. Still here in Aston Park celebrating Jamaican 60th year of independence. Sir, tell me who you are, sir.
We are Able Well Foundation out of Wolverhampton, Midlands.
Midlands?
Yeah.
Yes. And how you find it here today?
You know, it's a beautiful show. The sun is shining. We went on stage at half one. We got a really nice response.
Yeah.
You know, celebration of 60 years of Jamaican independence. Tomorrow, even bigger things.
I gotta say, you're here tomorrow?
We're not performing, but I myself will be here tomorrow. Yeah.
What is your name, sir? Your real name?
My name is Andrew, and the band's name is Able Well Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your vocalist?
My vocalist is Peter Vibe, my brother.
Okay.
And my niece, Sarah.
Yeah.
And this is Dennis, my keyboard.
How you doing, Dennis?
Yeah, nice. I'm good. Enjoying the day.
How's your day been?
Beautiful. So I'm keyboarding for these guys.
Yeah.
I know these guys from church, so we are the generations of Windrush, man. So
fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah, having a great time and performing the music. It's a brilliant concert here, so it's great.
So where can we find your music? Can we find your music anywhere? Social media? Or that sort of thing?
Yeah. You can find it all over on all social media platforms, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, all of them. Just Google Able Well Foundation, ABEL, like the name Able, WELL, Able Well Foundation.
Thank you, my brother. Have a great day.
And yourself.
Fantastic. Have a great day. Right, I'm here with another wonderful brother. Mr. Levi One Drop.
Yes, man.
Washington, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just looking forward. Beautiful day. You know what I mean? The people that are turning out, big crowd. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'm looking forward to the artists as well, performing a little.
Fantastic. I should have said you are a DJ. Yeah?
Yes. Love to play one and two little tune. You know what I mean?
You love to play one like myself.
You know it go already. You know what I mean?
So how you feeling today?
Oh, it's just beautiful, man. I've just come in. And like I said, the sun's shining. People, everybody's smiling.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I mean? Everybody's got their Jamaican t-shirt on.
Yes.
I just think it's just beautiful.
Marvelous.
Great day.
What time you coming on later?
Well, I think
banging some tune later. That's how I'm going to put it.
They're telling us about 5 o'clock, but, black man time and thing, you know what I mean? So nothing wrong, you know what I mean? When them call me, we're ready.
You back tomorrow?
I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm not sure we're playing tomorrow, because I think a lot of artists are on as well tomorrow as well. So I'm not sure we're playing tomorrow, but yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow. I ain't missing none of it.
Fantastic, Levi. Have a wonderful day.
All right, enough respect on that to you, sir.
Nice one. Nice one. Nice. Absolutely marvelous. Levi One Drop there. I got to tell you, because I've overrated it and I mistimed it. We got a lot more clips, because we got probably another hour of more clips to show you. So I'd say this was the last week, but we got some more clips we're actually going to send you. Put out there next week, you know what I mean? And that probably should be the last amount of clips that we've got. We've actually run over time, you know what I mean? So let me say, once again, thank you, and thank all these artists that actually, you know what I mean, did this. We learned some actually marvelous history there from a lot of those artists. And we say, big shout out to you. My time is here. Let me say thank you for tuning into Breakthrough TV. Don't forget, we'll be back here live with another program next week. And I say, we're going to show you some more of those clips. We got some more still to show. But time is here. God bless you. Have a great afternoon, and whatever you do, thank you for keep supporting us, you know what I mean, and we appreciate your support. And we got all sort of stuff that says, you know what I mean, but we don't give a we don't give a, you know what I mean, we don't give a I'm gonna make that into a tune. I just say we don't give a producer, we don't give a. I say thanks to my producer. My time is almost here. Look after yourself. God bless you. Take care.
On Your Mind is sponsored by ACMC 339.0 New Star Radio 98.7 FM, Breakthrough Studios, and Reggae Jam Jam.
Planning an event? Do it professionally. Please contact Breakthrough Event Management Team and get everything under one roof for both indoor and outdoor occasions, birthday parties, bridal and baby showers, anniversaries, funerals, backyard BBQs and more. We offer a video and photography service, marquees, decoration and a PA system to hire, with popular New Style Radio DJs spinning old and new school hits. Please contact 07584 197 380 and book all your catering needs with Reggae Jam Jam catering service on 0787 244 3765. And remember, do it good and done.